Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. So today I'm going to read something that I got, one of the messages that I got from my horse Ibis. And it's been a theme for many throughout the week who I've spoken with, and a very important series of messages through this. And each time I talk about it, more information continues to come through and more depth, and it expands and opens. And so I wanted to keep sharing that with you. And this particular writing came in, or message, wisdom, came in after I was writing about letting go of my saddle that I had had for over 30 years with my horse Ibis that I had gotten with him. And if you're interested in reading that part of the story, you can look at my post if you're viewing this on Facebook or on my, so it would be on my Facebook post, or if you've gotten it as part of being on my email list. And if you're not on my email list, go ahead and go to my website, onehearthealingcenter.com, spelled out O-N-E, One Heart Healing Center, and that's the US version of center, C-E-N-T-E-R. And so this is what he has to say. Now is the time to ride the tides of life, unencumbered by old attachments. Let go of the ways in which your attachments have saddled you. These types of attachments serve to pinch your shoulders, your wings, your heart, keeping the valves turned down or even off, inhibiting the deep flow of love and connection through your heart and with Source, rather than keeping those attachments to things from the past. If you would like help moving through things which pinch your heart, your wings, your voice from flying free, and living your creative dreams, he suggests that you contact me. I wasn't looking for an endorsement for my horse, but it was a funny, great thing that he came through with, that when if you've been feeling stuck, that it is a great opportunity to connect, unleash that creative sense, your creativity. Whether it's about painting, creativity is not necessarily about painting or drawing or something, crafts or something like that. It can be, of course, but it can be about letting those energies, that sense, that connection of the flow, that's really important. And so he's connecting the letting go of old things with the connection of creativity. Because as you let go of things from the past, things that have been connected with old stories, things that have been connected with old circumstances, things that inhibit where you want to go, inhibit your sense of contact and connection with your heart, that inhibit your expansion, that constrain your mind from opening into how you could actually do the things that are in your dreams that have been held back and held away. And so all of those patterns are related, right? When I'm teaching and working with my clients, as I do all the time throughout the weeks, it's and over these months and throughout the years and decades, It's really about helping people connect into that intuitive sense, into their hearts, into those desires, into what it is that you have been dreaming about, but held back and away. Things that you haven't really let yourself move into, open into, that you've thought things like, how could I do that? I can't do that. People keep saying you're crazy, or no, don't do that, or, you know, there's no way that that could happen, or you don't think that it's possible for it to happen. And yet those ideas are there for a reason. That's the thing. Those ideas are, I consider them divine ideas coming through you. That's your soul coming through you, wanting to usher you into what's next, into what can be, what is possible for you. Those ideas, they wouldn't be coming to you if they weren't important. That's the thing. We've learned how to inhibit them, and then we get constrained by how we're attached to the story from the past, or to the things and the objects. Same pattern about attaching and to things and old ideas, rather than to being accessible, open, and willing to allow what is wanting to work its way through you. I just finished a program just about that. If you want in, you can still get in, and the live portion of it's over, but you still have access, or can still have access, into the actual classes. And the experiences from people, you know, have just been incredibly rich. Here's Cassia. And finding places of freedom inside of themselves, finding access into things that they didn't even realize they could do. It's so beautiful to watch that unfolding, to watch, witness, and be part of guiding and assisting people being able to tune in and tap into these places inside of themselves. But if you really want to do that one-to-one work, or work in another group, I have things accessible. I have things available and accessible. So you can, if you're seeing this on Facebook, you can private message me, or if you're seeing this on YouTube, you can go to my website, onehearthealingcenter.com, and get my email, or email me directly at sandy@onehearthealingcenter.com. And let's see, what's an example? So one of my clients that I've worked with, I was remembering that she was talking about growing up in a very conservative family and upbringing, and where believing that your creative ideas and that your intuition were important was not part of the picture for her. What was really appreciated was her mind, and so she was very smart, had that very well developed, but it was hindered because her capacity to believe in all sorts of other things that she was capable of just wasn't part of the picture. And so, you know, it was like things were stilted inside of her, and she'd start to reach for something, but then really hold back, pull back, and stop herself. And this is really typical. I know that I've experienced it. I know that probably most of the women that I have worked with over the years, over the decades, that has been part of their story, how they'll have an idea, they'll have a sense of what they'd like to do, but hold themselves back, procrastinate, don't go ahead with it, don't believe in it, don't have the confidence in it, don't know where to go to get the help even, or even asking for that help has been a big deal, right? And so there's all these places where inhibition have been a big piece, and in through working together, it's been so beautiful to watch. In working together, there's been an ongoing releasing of how these things have been held, and able to tap into this flow, this connection with her heart, and this connection with these ideas that she's had, and feeling like she can go forward with things, and saying things like, wow, magic is everywhere and anything is possible. I can see, in this case, having been painting, and to let loose, really, and so it's just been incredible. It's like, wow, I see on the paper how I can manipulate everything, anything. I can put this over here just because I choose to, and it's like, exactly. And so working with the places and the ways of working with your beliefs, and working with those thought patterns, and working with accessing these places, and getting used to this in a regular practice with a lot of guidance, that's the kind of thing that is just so beautiful and so amazing. And so her confidence is growing. And, you know, when you can see that you can create anything, and you start trying things out, and your confidence and your sense of trust in yourself starts to grow. And interestingly enough, that there's more clients coming to her, not because she's doing extra marketing, but all of these things and the ways that have been getting held have loosened up and changed. And so her clients, there's more clients coming. It's just really awesome and beautiful. So there's more than one way to go about getting more income and getting more clients and increasing your practice, or if you're an entrepreneur, or whatever it is that you're involved in, whatever type of project you're working with. So, yeah, Ibis's message is just very powerful about being able to move through things and being able to let go of things, and why that's so important, so that you can find what I call the medicine of what's really needed, the things that have been missing for you, the places where there's been those gaps. And so if that resonates with you and you'd like some assistance with any of that, then contact me, Sandy at onehearthealingcenter.com. You can private message me on Facebook, and I'd love to talk with you and see what this is about for you, and looking at what it is that I have, and seeing if and how there's a way that I can be of assistance for you, and letting you know what that is, and then we can go from there. So, until next time, if you're just hopping on, thank you, thank you, thank you. This will be posted in just a few minutes, and you can go ahead and watch from the beginning. So, thanks everybody.